In the first 7 minutes on ABC 17 News at noon, as coronavirus vaccines become available to all Missourians, local providers are seeing a drop in demand. We'll tell you what's being done to get some of those doses to harder-reach communities. Plus, President Joe Biden has proposed new business incentives to help more Americans get vaccinated. Find out what those incentives include.
And we woke up to a chilly start here in mid-Missouri, but we're going to warm up quite nicely for the afternoon. You may need your umbrella, though, later on tonight. I'm tracking rain chances that will kick in and stick with us through the close of the week.
ABC 17 News at noon on KMIZ starts now.
We have an update for you on an ABC 17 News traffic alert this afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Meghan. MoDOT says Highway 63 has opened back up in Osage County. State Highway Patrol tweeted the reopening around 9:30 this morning. Crews cleared a crash this morning after a semi overturned near Route T. That's about 3 miles south of Westphalia. The highway was closed for about 4 hours while crews worked to clear the scene. And a man and woman have been charged in connection to a St. James homicide investigation. We reported yesterday that 20-year-old Josue Martinez and 29-year-old Kimberly Riston were arrested in Marys County. They both now face charges for first-degree murder and robbery. Authorities say they stabbed the victim at a motel in St. James. Marys County sheriffs arrested the two near Rolla Airport, and they were later released to Phelps County law enforcement. They're now being held at Phelps County Jail. And some good news coming out of the coronavirus pandemic this morning. National unemployment claims fell to their lowest numbers since the pandemic started. 543,000 Americans applied for jobless benefits last week. Experts say the new low is a sign that layoffs are slowing down and the job market is improving. The number is still far above the average of 250,000 that was seen weekly before the pandemic. Missouri saw unemployment claims hold steady last week, with nearly 11,200 Missourians filing for unemployment, and that's about 200 fewer than the previous week. And turning to the vaccines this morning, Boone Health is right now wrapping up a vaccine clinic at the Columbia Mall. They started this morning at 8 and wrapped up right about now at noon. Boone Health recommends you check their website frequently for other upcoming available vaccination appointments in the area. And this weekend, the Boone Columbia Health Department is partnering with MU Healthcare and Boone Health to hold an outreach vaccination clinic in Northeast Columbia. You're able to get your shot from 8:30 to 12:30 Saturday morning at Indian Hills Park off of Aztec Boulevard. And appointments are recommended to make sure you get a spot, but walk-ins are welcome as well. Anyone 18 and older can get the shot at the clinic. Also today, Drain County starts its routine vaccinations at the health department, and Cole County is also continuing its ongoing clinic at the Capitol Mall. And with more vaccination events happening across mid-Missouri, health departments and vaccinators are seeing a significant drop in demand. The Cole County vaccination site at the Capitol Mall has the supplies to administer 4,000 doses a week, but just in its first week alone, it only gave out 1,600 shots. The Cole County Health Department director says if this decline continues, it may have to reduce the hours and days of the clinic. Other local health departments are also seeing a decrease in demand and are working to get out more vaccine information to the public.
We do have plenty of vaccine opportunities. We are working on trying to vaccinate our harder to reach communities.
And if you want to sign up to get a vaccine, you can find a full list of vaccination sites and register for state-sponsored events by going to mostopscovid.com. And we're answering all your questions about the vaccines tonight on ABC 17 News at 6:30. MU Healthcare's vaccine co-chair, Laura Morris, and Scott Clardy with the Columbia Boone County Health Department will be on to answer your questions tonight. You can catch those live interviews right here on ABC 17 News at 6:30. And nationwide, President Joe Biden is planning business incentives for the upcoming vaccination effort. Businesses could get a tax credit to offset the cost of missed time at work. The president says the new phase will also rely on increased outreach to Americans who are hesitant to get the shot. The announcement comes as the country passes the 200 million vaccination mark, with more than 50% of Americans getting at least one dose of a vaccine. At the same time, the White House brushed off the idea that vaccination rates are leveling off. But a report from the University of Washington should suggest declining confidence in easing restrictions could lead to another surge. And that brings us to the question of our today. Do you think that workers should get paid leave to receive and recover from coronavirus shots? You can vote on our poll on our Facebook and Twitter pages, or you can also find it on our website at abc17news.com. While you're there, you can check out our full COVID-19 coverage, including vaccine information and case numbers for where you live. You can also get updates directly to your phone by downloading the ABC 17 News app. The Board of Curators met to discuss tuition increases for undergraduate students. The proposed increase that will be voted on in May would see students paying a 5% increase in their tuition come the fall semester. Curators also discussed the systems working on moving towards differential tuition. Curators, however, say that tuition increases alone won't solve the university's issues. The system is also looking to improve in research, growth, philanthropy, and public investment. And charges have been upgraded against 4 people accused of killing a Benton County child. Yesterday, prosecutors added first-degree murder charges for Courtney Allman and Ethan Mast. New court documents say the pair caused Jessica Mast's death by beating her and making her stand naked in a cold pond. Allman and Mast are 2 of the 4 people arrested for allegedly abusing the girl until her death in December. Prosecutors also charged Jessica's parents, James and Mary Mast, with first-degree murder. And in the Missouri legislative session, a bill meant to ban police chokeholds is making its way through the Missouri House. The measure passed in the Senate with bipartisan support last month. It classifies a chokehold as any body part or object used in an attempt to control or disable a person by putting pressure on their neck that restricts breathing. A bill supporter, Democrat Senator Brian Williams, says this bill will push forward police reform, but some activists think the bill doesn't do enough. You want to grab that coat as you head out the door again this morning. ABC 17 Storm Track forecaster Maddie Est is tracking how long this cooler weather is going on to stick around. And Maddie, what's your first forecast looking like today?
Well, it's a little bit cooler than average, Megan, which I hate to say at this point in the spring, but we will be warming up quite nicely as we continue on into the weekend and into the start of next week. Now, we saw a really cold start this morning, which of course is going to make it difficult for us to make our way out of those cooler temperatures quickly. Now, taking a live look at that MU School of Journalism, there's a lot of sunshine, calm conditions, but you might notice if you pay attention that some of those students are bundled up. It's because temperatures are just now starting to get past those 40s into the 50s. 47 in Herman, 48 in Fulton, 50 in Mexico, 50 in Columbia. Tad warmer in Jefferson City, 51 degrees, but only 49 in Versailles and Osage Beach. Now, as we continue on into these next few hours, many of us will continue to see those temperatures rise into the mid to upper 50s. Down near the lake, you guys could be pushing a little bit closer to 60 degrees, but we won't quite make it until tomorrow. Now, we can see that sunshine's here right now. That's courtesy of that high pressure system, but that's moving out, and moving into its place is this low pressure system that's over the areas really near Denver and maybe even a little bit further east. That low pressure system going to push in toward mid-Missouri. You can already see some showers and maybe even storms kicking up ahead of that front. That's what we're going to be looking at as we continue on into the later portions of the day. Now, Future Track will show you the timing of that, but I want to point out what's happening for the next few days. We've got rain showers late tonight, but that's going to become more of a Friday problem. That's what we're keeping an eye on as we continue on through the end of this week, is tomorrow's rain chances. But it's not going to be stuck to just Friday. We're also tracking leftover rain into Saturday morning. But if you're worried about your weekend plans, well, If you can sacrifice Friday night, I think we'll dry out for Saturday night, and Sunday is going to be absolutely gorgeous with temperatures in those upper 60s and plenty of sunshine. But it doesn't stop there. Mother Nature maybe is apologizing for that snowfall we had on Tuesday, because we're going to be back in those upper 70s by Monday. Tuesday still in those upper 70s, and then finally we'll cool right back down into those upper 60s. But we're tracking storm potential Tuesday into Wednesday. We'll be keeping a close eye on that and those conditions as we get a little bit closer.
Up next on ABC 17 News at noon, where the news comes first.
New charges have been filed against the man accused of carrying out the grocery store shooting in Boulder, Colorado. We'll tell you more about these new charges next.
Numbers ABC 17 News got a hold of show the opioid epidemic only got worse during the pandemic. In an ABC 17 News investigative report, I'm looking at what played a role and found help might not be as easy to come by. Sunday after the Oscars on KMIZ.
Get the smile of your dreams from the most experienced team. Cherry Hill Dental, the leader in cosmetic and family dentistry. Cherry Hill Dental.
Feeling stressed in your skin? Not with new Olay Retinol Body Wash, which improves skin 3 times better, from dry and stressed to bright and smooth. So I can feel my best in my skin. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea,
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes your stomach for fast relief. And get the same fast relief in a delightful chew with Pepto-Bismol Chews.
Get the smile of your dreams from the most experienced team. Cherry Hill Dental, the leader in cosmetic and family dentistry. Cherry Hill Dental.
Your coronavirus vaccine questions answered every Thursday at 6:30.
We are teaming up with community leaders and health experts to bring you the newest information on the rollout and what comes next.
Watch ABC 17 News at 6:30 on KMIZ.
Feel right at home at Columbia Manor, proudly serving Boone County for over 45 years. Columbia Manor is a 5-star rated facility and a recent recipient of the Bronze Quality Award. Whether you're looking for a long-term stay or short-term rehab to home, our professional, compassionate staff are here to meet your needs. We're improving our home with major renovations to better serve you and your family. It's about the personal care and loving attention you deserve. Columbia Manor, a Juckett family tradition.
We have all been taught that character is how you behave when you don't think people are watching.
Even beyond that, I want to know what's important to you.
We have a phrase around here that you can't practice law behind your desk. If it involves injured people, we're out at the scene.
Bringing that excellence forward and serving our clients' needs.
Knowing that Colin Gentry is here in our community makes me feel so secure.
Because they're outstanding. Call Colin Gentry.
Because adventure still needs chasing, we gave the newly redesigned 2021 Subaru Crosstrek a more powerful engine. Plus, standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. And Subaru is the most trusted brand for 6 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Test drive one of these today and you could drive one home tonight. University Subaru, homegrown and proud of it.
ABC 17 Storm Track weather can be heard on Zimmer radio stations, like today's best country, Clear 99. You're watching ABC 17 News at noon on KMIZ, where the news comes first.
An investigation is underway and a deputy is off the streets after another deadly shooting. A North Carolina sheriff's deputy shot and killed a black man while serving a search warrant yesterday morning. During a press briefing, officials identified the man killed as Andrew Brown Jr. This is a look at protesters calling for the release of the body cam footage that captured Brown's death. Family members say he was just 40. North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation is currently investigating, and officials are asking for patience in the case, saying that they are looking for, quote, accurate answers and not fast facts. More charges against the man accused of shooting and killing 10 people at a Colorado supermarket. Prosecutors filed more than 40 additional felony charges against